The 2017 Kuomboka traditional ceremony held on the 8th of April left behind a spectre of talking points. Among them is a deep rivalry between the UPND's Hakainde Hichilema and PF's Edgar Lungu. The whole event started and ended without the two leaders coming face to face. This is because the UPND has maintained that they don't recognize the presidency of Mr. Edgar Lungu on account that he stole their victory, thereby occupying the presidency illegally. However, the nation was given another spectacle to talk about on the 8th of April as the UPND motorcade, which had over 60 vehicles going to the Mulunga district from Lungu, maintained its lane on account that they can't give way to Mr. Lungu's motorcade, who they are not recognizing as the president, especially that there is a dispute in the courts of law. President Lungu's escort applied maximum force trying to sweep off the UPND motorcade, but that never deterred them from moving forward. One police vehicle nearly hit into Mr. Hichilema's car, briefly sending it off the road. Both President Edgar Lungu and President Hakainde Hichilema of the UPND had their motorcades driving at equal square. However, President Lungu's motorcade took the right lane and managed to pass it through as the UPND maintained their rightful lane. All this was happening in view of the local people who had lined up the roads. The two motorcades arrived almost at the same time, but police barricaded the entrance to the palace immediately. President Lungu's motorcade made its way in, blocking Mr. Hichilema's motorcade on account that it could not be allowed in because he was late. The entrance was blocked by heavily armed officers with machine guns, and this created tension as people almost ran out of patience. But this act was protested against by the UPND and its members on account that the event was not under the police to decide who should go in or out, but such decisions could only be done by the BRE themselves and not the police. A senior officer in charge at the time, a Mr. C. Lungu, disclosed that he was operating under orders, adding that no matter how the UPND exhibited maturity with him, he was not going to allow them inside. However, in the midst of the confusion, Mr. Hichilema and his Vice President Geoffrey Mwamba managed to sneak in right at the boiling point without the police noticing them, but just kept saying the two opposition leaders would not be allowed to go in, not knowing that they were already inside. The UPND leaders were now part of the event, but left even before President Lungu delivered his keynote speech on account that they can't sit and listen to someone who they don't recognize as president, charging that there is a petition in court. When the two leaders left, several other people also left with them and were heard chanting that they would not be forced to recognize Mr. Lungu as president, while others kept chanting, "Forward, forward, forward with HH." President Lungu, however, did not deliver any speech as the norm for every public event on account that he was there just to celebrate with the Ilozi people. Later in the night, the local people were still by the roadsides waving UPND symbols. Kalan Muchima, reporting for Prime TV News, Western Province.